Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today I am back and I'm bringing you guys another video. I know it's been a while, but I would like to kind of quickly apologize for that because I do live on the East Coast of the United States, and if you haven't heard, we just got hit with a pretty big snowstorm recently. So pretty much the last couple days, all I've been doing is trying to dig myself out of my house, so I've been pretty busy doing that. So I kind of apologize in the lack of videos recently, but the other day, we got the trailer for the Zombies new map coming out in the Awakening DLC, the Eisendrache. We got the first Zombies trailer for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show it to you guys, and then we're going to roll through, and we're going to break it down and find any things that you might have missed or any things that are interesting. And trust me, there's a lot of interesting stuff, so you're going to want to see this. So I'm going to show you guys the trailer, and we'll hop right into the breakdown.
Field report. En route to somewhere new. Somewhere cold. Real cold. Slap bang in the middle of another enemy research station. Hell-bent on advancing the German war machine. Der Eisendrache. With the very fabric of the universe itself at risk. It's gonna be another suicide mission for all of us. Nikolai, Richtofen, Takeo, and me, Tank Dempsey. Like I said, another suicide mission. I feel like Big Eagle! Who doesn't love a monkey? Taste my lead, hell pig! Ja, feed mein Drachen! What goes up must come down!
Okay, guys, so that was the new trailer for the Black Ops 3 Zombies map that we're actually going to be getting in about a week on PS4. It comes out, the Awakening DLC comes out February 2nd on PS4. And this trailer had a lot of stuff in it. The beginning, as you guys can see here, is pretty much just showing off the new setting, the castle that we're going to be in, and, a whole bunch of different areas that we could see. Now, a lot of these areas are really interesting. We have some open courtyards, a rocket there that you guys can see, a V2 rocket. And I took a screenshot here just to show you guys that this looks like a teleporter from, the original Zombies map, Darius, or it was also on Nacht der Untoten, and no, not Nacht der Untoten, Kino der Toten, or what map I'm talking about. But I'm not sure, maybe if this is going to play a role in how we pack a punch, or if this is just simply a way to get around the map. Who knows? We can't really tell, but I thought it was interesting that we're going to have a generator or a power thing in the map. And then as we roll through, we get to see some other interesting areas. I took a screenshot of this area because it looks very, very interesting. We have a really nice stained glass window in the background, but you can see the pattern of a dragon's face in it. And then we have some really a floating orb up above us in the ceiling that looks interesting. We have these green portal things. That's what I'm going to guess they are. It's a green portal that looks really interesting. But if you pay attention to the background on the wall, there looks to be a stoned iron statue. And if you remember from the end of the trailer, you guys get to see the dragon that was from the dogs from Mob of the Dead, where they're on the wall and you can activate them and they will eat zombies and stuff like that. So that is, I guess this is going to be a location for one of those, and this room, it looks very interesting, and there's obviously a lot of stuff going to be happening in this room. But we're going to keep rolling the trailer here, and it's just going to be more, cinematic stuff. We get to see the name of the map, Der Eisendrache, and we get to see the characters running around, and throughout this whole part of the story, it's pretty much just Dempsey talking about how they're basically in another situation where it's a suicide mission, and, they're going to have to find a way to fight out of this. And here we get to see a robot or a zombie in robot power armor, and this looks exactly not exactly, a little different, but it reminds me of the zombies from the Origins Black Ops 2 zombie map, where you had these zombie soldiers that would drop in with this power armor, and the only way to really kill them was to shoot them in the face. And this guy looks like he's going to be a lot harder to kill, because as you guys can see, the window on his face is a lot harder. It's a lot smaller. But he's got this, like, look like a power core in the center of the chest. And these guys are going to be a pain in the ass every time they come around on the map. And, you know, you'll probably be able to hear them spawn in. And I can't imagine they're going to be very fun to deal with. And then the trailer's going to keep rolling, and we can see some more settings. We get to see some electrical traps, like some little Tesla things. And we see Richtofen running around with the SVG-100 sniper rifle, popping some heads. And this is pretty much just them talking about how they're in another unknown location, another research lab, and they're going to have to try and fight their way out. And we get to see each character. You know, we saw Nikolai, Edward, Takio, and then the last is Dempsey. And Dempsey, as you guys can see, he has a mini gun, and that's going to come into play later in the breakdown. And pretty much it's just all the characters, you know, talking about what they have to do and where they are. And I'm going to pause it here, because we get to see these doors opening, and as you can see, behind it is a rocket, and to be specific, it's a V2 rocket, and we can see a gobblegum machine on the right-hand side. So obviously the gobblegum machines are going to be in this map. But this caught my interest because if you guys have ever played Ascension, which was the first DLC map pack for Black Ops 1, the way you opened the Pack-a-Punch room in that map was you had to activate 3 of the missile sites around the map, and then that would launch the middle missile, which would have the, you know, under the missile would be the power punch, or the Pack-a-Punch room. I'm not sure if that's going to be the same thing here, or if this is just something involved with the Easter egg or what, but, you know, obviously there's some way to activate this rocket launcher, and it's going to go off, and, you know, so it's going to have, I'm assuming it's going to have some type of effect on the map, but we just have to wait to really see what it is. And then we're going to keep rolling, and as you guys can see, we get to see the missile launching, and then we're going to get back into zombies action. And I took a screenshot here because we have Dempsey holding the death machine or the minigun. Now, I'm not sure how this gun is going to work, because there have been multiple times in zombies where you have been able to get the death machine. In Black Ops 1, you could get it on a couple maps, but it was a drop power-up, as like a max ammo or a nuke would be, and you had it for a short amount of time, but in that time, you had max ammo for it. You know, you had an infinite ammo. It was just you had a shortened time with it. So that was one way they could run with this. Or on Mob of the Dead in Black Ops 2, you could actually get it out of the mystery box, but you only had a certain amount of ammo for it, and it was an awesome gun. I think it was called like the meat grinder or the shredder or something like that. It was awesome. It would mow zombies down for days. So I'm just interested to see how they're going to play this minigun, if it's like a power-up or if it's a weapon you can actually get out of the box. Now the trailer's going to keep rolling and for a second, and here we are at this machine that we don't really know what it is yet. And then in the trailer, you guys get to see that it's basically a trampoline that shoots you to the other side of the map. And as you guys see here, we are up in the sky, and we can see the whole entire map, so that's really cool. And then, as you guys see, the trailer rolls, and we are going to land back at another trampoline spot, so we can launch ourselves around the map. As you guys saw there's a monkey bomb, so monkey bombs are going to be returning. Now, this is the part of the trailer that gets really interesting. As you guys can see, we have some sort of bow and arrow that shoots explosives, and that is very familiar because it is the same thing as in multiplayer, the Sparrow. And so obviously they're bringing specialists into zombies. There were kind of specialists in the giant map. If you did a kind of quick little Easter egg, you can get the Annihilator. But here we're going to be able to get the Sparrow, and as you guys can see here, it's pretty much the same thing. It's got explosive arrows, and it looks really awesome. The arrow itself, the arrowhead looks sick, and the bow, it's got like little marks on it, and it looks really, really cool. So I'm glad to see that they're bringing specialists into zombies. Trailer's going to roll for another second, and then we get to see this really unique perk machine. But if you have a good memory, you remember back in Black Ops 2 on the Origins DLC map, there were these little perk machines around the map that looked exactly like this, and they would spawn in different locations, and some would have a red light, that means they didn't work, and some would have the green light like they do here, which means they were powered on. And basically what this is it is a mystery box, but for perks. And if you remember, it was on the Origins DLC map. You would go up to this, you would give I think it was like 1,000 points, I can't remember, and it would give you a random perk, whether it be Juggernaut, Speed Cola, Quick Revive, and it would even give you Deadshot Daiquiri, or, you know, other perks like that were just random. And, you know, it was basically a mystery box, but for perks, so I think it's interesting that they're bringing those back. We're going to see electrical stuff going on here. Not really sure what that's about. A lot of zombies getting mowed down from the dingo. And some gates clashing. I'm not sure if that's a trap or just a little area we have to run through. And then here is the little dragon that I was pointing out in the beginning of the breakdown, where it's like the dogs from Mob of the Dead, where you kill zombies near this thing, and as you kill zombies near this thing, it will pick up the dead bodies and actually eat them, and that powers something up. Because in Mob of the Dead, you would kill zombies near the dogs, and then once they were all fully charged up, you could get the tomahawk that would float around that you had to go get, and then, you know, you could upgrade that again, and, you know, it was an awesome weapon. And obviously there's going to be something like that here. Maybe this is going to be how you get the specialist arrow, or maybe the bow and arrow, or maybe this is how you get this, like, other specialist abilities. But it's very interesting to see what is going to be getting charged up in this circumstance. And the trailer is going to keep rolling for another second, and then we get to see another specialist ability that they're bringing to zombies, and that is the ground slam that the Ruin has in multiplayer. Now we have it in zombies, and as you guys can see, they look a little different. They look more unique for zombies, which is good. And as the trailer is going to roll here, you get to see these zombies go flying everywhere, and it looks really awesome. And I'm really excited for that ability to be in zombies, because if you ever get yourself caught in a tight situation, if you're out of monkey bombs, or, you know, if you don't have a weapon to get yourself out of that situation, you can use this ground slam and just clear everything. So I'm really glad they're bringing that into zombies. So that is the trailer, guys. The Iron Dragon, or the Eisendrache, in the Awakening DLC comes out pretty soon, in a week, less than a week now, because it's Wednesday, so it'll come out next Tuesday. I hope you guys enjoyed, and point out if I missed anything, point it out in the comment section below. I hope you guys are excited. I'm excited, and I'm excited to do some more Black Ops 3 zombies. Can't wait to bring it to you guys in less than a week, so make sure you stay tuned, and I will see you guys later.